Really? All right. Great, great, great. I appreciate it. And can you hear me?
Yeah, it just started.
All right. All right. So again, welcome if you're just joining me. If you haven't been here before, this is a place where anybody riding personal electric vehicles, you can come and we can have conversation. Again, I want to make sure you understand I'm an extremely positive, energetic person, and I love being around other positive people. So if you have positive energy you want to share, jump right in because this is definitely where I want all of us to come together. And I see tons more people jumping in, and I appreciate you guys coming in. It's definitely what we need. We want to have some more conversation. And today, we got a guest. And before I go too far, I want to bring my guest in so that we can both have our say on some of what we're talking about today. So, if you guys are one of the guys from New York, you already know who this person is. If you've seen the flyer around that I put out earlier a couple days ago, you know that she was coming. And without further ado, I just want to introduce the one, the only Kitty Rides. What's up, Kitty? How you doing?
Good.
I'm good. So mic check. Give me a mic check.
Good.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Just want to make sure we can hear you. All right. So I want to do a couple of things. First of all, she no longer lives in New York City, but she was seen around the city for quite a while, and everybody's they had no choice but to notice her riding. She's a very creative person, and she's expressed her creativity through some of the things that she wears. And if you're not familiar, let me give you a little. I'm gonna give you a little snippet of something that she posted recently on her new YouTube channel. So that's a little bit of, and that little snippet gives you a little of her personality and a little bit of her creativity. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because to me, I love these wheels, but I love when I see creativity, when I see other people doing different things that I may not have thought of. And some of the things that she's done is just that. I'm going, I never thought of that. So, Kitty, welcome to the show. And I got a couple questions for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, they're not going to be difficult, but I'm going to start with some basic questions. I try to ask everybody the same questions, um, like mostly, so that everybody gets an idea of their background. How long have you been riding EUCs?
I'm about a year.
About a
So,
year?
yeah, about because we wanted to get them last year.
Okay, okay. Um,
No,
oh, real
started with
talk. Real talk is asking a question. I am gonna put his question up now. He says, where do you live so he can relocate?
I'm in Louisiana now for a little bit, but I will be going back up to New York in a few months and hopefully hopping back in between the two periodically.
Okay. So say that one more time because I think you cut out in the beginning. Where you living?
I'm currently in Louisiana, but I'm
Louisiana.
hopping back and forth to New York once in a little while. So in a few months, I'll be back there. That's
Okay.
my most recent plans. So.
Okay. So let me put this up here because I was gonna mention it anyway, but I think he's making it clear in the chat room here. Um, Real Talk says, "Where do you live?" so he can relocate, and then Tech Junkie. He said you better bring some guns with you unless you're gonna watch from a safe distance. So for those of you who don't know, her counterpart is there with her, and some you guys in New York know him as well, Thane, and he's in the chat room as well. So I suggest you guys be careful with what you're saying there. So there's a couple new people that I haven't seen here before. Grandmaster Slide, thanks for coming by. Kamikaze Joe's back in effect. What's up, brother? Oh no, Thane's got. Yeah, we see you, Thane. Okay. Oh, actually, let me take that back. Fane's in here now. That was Tech Junkie. That was VT. That was VT with the guns comment. My bad, VT. I forgot. You changed your name on so many platforms. I forget who's who. VT, how you doing, brother? Let us know. Tell me something in the comments there. And how you even typing? That's what I want to know. So those of you who don't know, VT crashed recently, unfortunately, and he had a little accident. I call it little, but I wasn't there. I think he was all wrapped up. So I'm hoping you're all right. Hope you're feeling good, buddy. So yeah. He said he's got to keep people on their feet. Yeah, okay. He's recovering. Good. All right, so we're going to move on to another one here just to give people a little background on it. Which EUC is your favorite?
The new 24-inch.
The new 24-inch Monster Pro. For those of you who have not, have been in a cave somewhere and haven't seen this over the last couple of days, it popped out 24-inch 4,000 watt motor. I think it was 3,600 watt hour battery. Craziness. Nicknamed Godzilla. So that's her favorite wheel.
Yeah. I like big wheels. What can I say?
What are you riding?
Well, I just got another Monster, so I got the 22-inch, and that's my current ride.
Okay, so you just got the Monster. Have you got a lot of experience on it yet?
Not too much. I'm hoping to go for a nice long ride this upcoming weekend, but I've taken a few passes, around, and feels good. Feels really good.
Doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, as you know, I'm new to the Monster too, and oh boy, I'm loving it. Okay, Day, what's up? As people pop in and try to give them a little love. All right, so guys, in the chat, if you have a question that you want her to answer, or me for that matter, just put Q in front of it so I can see it, because as I'm scrolling, sometimes I miss it. And yes, James says, yeah, the Monster, you really have to lean into it. You are not lying, buddy. You really have to lean into the Monster. Like I said in the video I put out yesterday, that Monster boy, I'm like, I got this. I'm 16X. I know how to torque it out. Yeah, that's a bigger wheel, and you got to put more into it. How do you feel about that, Kitty?
To be honest, so far I haven't had a problem with it getting it going. I mean, that was actually my initial reaction. I thought it'd be actually a lot harder, just from, you see what people say around the forums and stuff, but I don't know. Initially getting it going, I got it up, into the 20s pretty easily. Past that, we'll see. As I said, I'm longer rides this weekend. We'll see if I have trouble getting it past that. But right now, not huge issues.
Well, see, getting up to 20 was easy. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, brother. Go ahead and make your burgers. Getting up to 20 was easy. I think where I had trouble, and maybe you'll experience this, I think is once you get up into the 28, 29, 30 and above, when you're trying to push it to those higher realms is when, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, go. And that's the thing I've had so far. So,
Yeah. I've just been around the neighborhood, so I'm not trying to rip through my street at 40 miles an hour. So
okay, gotcha. All right, so let's see here. How long have you been filming? Now, I say filming, but so far you've been more on the photo side.
I don't know. I guess I started putting out stuff really publicly about, I don't know, it was really January when I started concentrating on more, because that's when I had my Instagram, but I've been putting out little things on Facebook for, last August or so, but that was super casual. That wasn't anything. That was, one few weeks about.
Well, let me put it to you this way then. What do you like better? Do you like video or photos? Because your photos, you got some creative photos. We're going to take a peek at a few of them. You got some creative photos. Do you like photos better, or do you like editing videos and putting those out?
I like photos better. I mean, I kind of hate to say that, but because I've come from a video background, so I feel like I should like video more. But in reality, right now, I'm definitely more comfortable in the photo realm.
Okay, okay.
Videos, but it's a process.
Okay. And it is. And I think that to me is probably the big difference because and one of the questions I normally ask is, when does it come to life for you? And, is it when you're filming stuff? And I'll put that up now. Excuse me. When you're filming or when you're editing? And if you like photos better, is it because the photos are quicker and easier to edit and it doesn't take as long time? You have to go through the whole video and edit it, or is it just because of the product what you come out with you like better?
I guess it's few different perspectives I'm coming from with it too. So like I'm looking for two different things with the photos. I guess the photos are more I have a much more solid concept with those usually.
Okay.
And I have more of a finished product in mind and the videos are much more loose.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
mhm.
Okay. What's up, Afiz? Good to see you, buddy. One thing I noticed in your videos and watching, I watched a couple more recently just to get reacquainted to make sure I had an idea of where I wanted to go when I was talking to you, is you have some fun. Like you really look like you're really enjoying yourself, especially like that intro video you did. Um, it comes across, and that same thing comes across in your photos. Like you look like you enjoy it thoroughly, and I just wanted to know is it like I said, is it where does that creativity come from? Let's put it that way.
Well, I guess the creativity kind of comes from just the way I think about things and I form the ideas. It's not creativity so much, at least the way I look at it. I look at it that I have questions that I try to answer visually.
Okay.
I'm like, when I'm thinking of a picture, I'm like, okay, can I physically get two wheels off the ground at once? Can that? And that formed, a picture. Or can I get on a EUC and point shoes? And that's where that it's just answering questions about what I can do or like where would I be doing this or what or how or
Okay.
that.
Well, let me ask you because I see somebody in the comments is asking, what's the top speed that you've ridden on your EUC?
Um, I don't know. I got a readout the other day that said 35,
Okay.
but I trust that entirely. I mean, maybe it did that when I on a downhill, but that's definitely not. I could see how going maybe you would, but I don't know if I trust that entirely. But I would say 30-ish, because the King song you reach a tilt back or
Right.
round, so that
So you even riding the King song, you got that 35 readout?
I got a 35 readout on my King song.
Wow. Now on my 16X, I got a 32 readout, and I was like, is that right? But I mean, I guess it's obviously possible, but scary.
Yeah, I don't think it was accurate.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That somebody's asking. Somebody asked. Wait, if I see it here somewhere. Some of the questions I'm like, I don't know. Hey, Grandmaster Slide. Yeah, I see e-boarding. He says e-boarding is the next big thing, guys. You heard it here first. All right, I'm gonna hit you up, boy. We're gonna get you on here to talk about it.
I got a board, so
Yeah, she did. She just got a big one.
I'm down with that too.
I didn't see. I didn't. Oh, as a matter of fact, I didn't grab that. Let me put up some pictures, guys. I'm gonna put up some pictures. I'm sure you guys have probably seen them, but I'm gonna give Kitty a chance to give us a comment on some of her photos. So this one here, this is one that I see a lot. Um, and at first I was like, well, who else is there? Then I realized I'm like, wait a minute, that's just you editing all of your helmets.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
No, on
Oh,
my screen, no, I can't.
okay. Do you have another do you have another
Ah, I
screen? So, Uh,
I see it now. It
okay.
just came.
Okay, yeah. So there we have the triple helmet. Obviously, your inspiration was just to show off your helmets.
Yeah, well, not kind of, but it was to promote my intro video a little bit, if you want to call it that. So those are all shots that I grabbed from the intro, and I was like, okay, well, how can I put this together in a way that looks cool? And then, yeah, that's what that is.
All right, I like this one a lot, and I think this is one of the ones that grabbed my attention because obviously you got the Steelbird over there. That's my helmet, and I was like, I love that thing. And then your kitty helmet, I was like, I have no idea how you did all that, but impressive. And then the horns on the side, you really got me on that one because you don't ride in that one, right?
No, I don't, and there's several reasons why. It's not practical at all. Uh, for multiple reasons. There's a lot of drag, and you can't open the visor due to where the horns are. So I have ridden it, but it's not a daily driver by any means.
So that one's more for looks.
Yeah, that was Halloween. So.
All right, so let's see what else we got here. Oh, let's go over here. Click over here, and all right. Ooh boy.
Right, because I'm waiting for it to come up.
Yeah, that's the Darth Vader red lightsaber.
Oh yeah, that was that was that. That has nothing to do with the UCs.
Nothing at all. But the reason I put it up because it's creativity. Like, who would think of I like that's what I'm. Where do you come up with this? Like, I would never think to do that. And that's the only thing that is missing is a wheel. And I kept looking. I was like, is there a wheel in there?
No. I kept telling people that my e-walker was parked out back. That was my ad or something. I don't know. But.
Okay. The point shoes.
Yeah. I want to mess around with those more. I gave up pretty on those, but more of those. We'll
see. Okay, Thane. He says I would look cute in that outfit. All right. y'all don't want to see me wearing that. And this I absolutely love. And you know what's weird about this photo is for when I first saw it, I thought it was like an explosion behind you, like an action thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, those are just bushes. Those are trees and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what you were talking about. You wanted to see if you could lift them both?
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much inspiration. It's just, can I do something? Okay, I'll do it and I'll take a picture of it. That's it. It's simple.
Yeah. Honestly, it was impressive because you're not a big woman. And when I see something like this, I'm like, whoa, she can really lift them both. And then, of course, Thane fills me in that you're not your everyday woman.
Yeah. You know, I actually just did that the other day. I'm going to see a reprise of this pretty soon, I think.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely one of my favorites. Let's see. A lot of comments. Not a lot of questions, but a lot of comments. Yeah. Okay. Vinny's asking, and I don't think you have. Have you ridden in heels?
Not yet. But I will. That'll happen.
You're brave. Because I can't imagine you say. I thought you were gonna say no. That was just for the photo, but okay.
No, I'll do it, but it's not gonna be like I'm gonna take it into traffic or anything.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I can physically do it.
Yeah. Well, make sure you film that and let us know. And keep Thane, make sure you're there. In case you need an ambulance. Yeah, he just said it. He said it right when I thought it. He said we need to get some footage. Yeah, you do need to get some footage. Actually, that's VT. But yeah, we need some footage of that. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here.
I need to,
Say that again.
no, I need to get better at that in general, getting footage, and then I'm actually sitting on a whole stockpile of footage right now, but I gotta get around to editing that and doing something.
So we look forward to a lot coming out. This one was hilarious. The one of you twisted upside down. I don't even know. I had to go back and forth to look at that. I'm like, is she?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta have fun with something that sucks. Wiping out sucks, but if you can make it interesting, I mean.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Wait, VT. That's what you were supposed to do when you fell. You're supposed to do a thing. Yeah, we never fall the way we want to. That's for sure. Because the times that I've fallen, I'm like, oh yeah, if I fall, I'm gonna tuck and roll and then come out of it. And yeah, okay. I end up doing a slide, like a slide going for home base, and then get up and make it happen. Let's see. Oh, okay. Vinny says he would have had gravel all on his chest and stomach.
Yeah, that's the worst. Having any abrasions on the chest and stomach. I've had that before. That's
no, we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So let me see what else we got here. See if there's any more questions I missed. Scorpion. Yeah, you kind of did look like a scorpion there.
Yeah, like the ridiculous guy, the ridiculousness. That look. That's what I was kind of thinking of in the back of my head a little bit.
That kind of reminded me of that. Yep. Oh yeah. Kamikaze Joe said, I'd rather slide to home base if I'm geared up. You're right. You're absolutely right. Every time, like, first of all, that's a good question for you. Have you fallen? Like, have you taken a good fall?
Oh, I've taken a tumble. I've taken more than one actually, but
okay, well,
it's not about falling, it's about getting up afterwards.
There you go. There you go.
As long as it doesn't send you, to a hospital, it's and I haven't had one yet like that, then you're pretty good to go.
Right. Okay, well, he's asking, you ever had any bad injuries?
Oh, I've had some pain, but it's okay. I'm better.
Okay, you cut out a little bit. Say that again.
Yeah, I've had
some bad ones.
But
what was your worst? What was your worst injury?
No, I'm not going to go into that.
Okay, okay, we'll move on then. I can tell you that when I talk about that sliding into home plate, I did that, and that was the time. I mean, you guys who've seen the video, I talked about it several times that I slid into home plate, and that was the day I left my knee pads in the car and then put them on. So I shredded right through my jeans, right through my skin. I think there's still skin from my knees on that bridge in Boston, but it is what it is. What's up, EVX? What's going on, Mickey? Let's see what else we got here. Grandmaster Slide said you look more like a falcon, I guess. Real Talk is asking, do you have an anime background?
Not really. Oh, what does that mean?
Are you into anime? Do you? I don't know. Do you draw anime? I don't know. Maybe it's because of the cartoon-ish kind of look that you had in that scorpion twist-up photo. I don't know.
I've read a handful, and watched a handful, but not to say that I really know anything. I mean, compared to some people, I'm not into it at all. So
yeah. EVX says safety seems to be popular lately. Yes, safety is very popular now. So I'm gonna say it again: gear up, people. Gear up. We're having too many people crashing, too many accidents. So make sure you gear up. Let's see, Kamikaze Joe. Uh, we're gonna pass that. It's Thane. Yeah, yeah. That's her other half. The man, the myth, the legend on the other end there, and her creative partner. Yeah, I'm very jealous of those guys. She has a partner that does what she does, and that's pretty good. Let me ask you this, because it's rare. Uh, how big a deal would you say that is?
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's what, and I have to say it too because he's the one who really got me into it. So that we both started around the same time. But it was him who had the idea for it and really did all the research behind it, and
Okay.
I was just a passenger for that. I was like, oh, okay, so this is the wheel we're getting. Let's get him. Okay, cool.
All right.
So I had a unicycle, but he was the one who was on the forums, who was really digging into people's YouTube channels and doing the research. So
I,
it's pretty important.
yeah, very important. And what's crazy is that I had no idea because my first thought was when I see these guys riding in New York, I'm like, they ride pretty hard, and I'm like, and then I see these ears go by, and I'm like, what? Who is that? And I'm like, okay, how did that happen? And I was before I was like, how did she get in the group with those crazy guys? And then I saw some more pictures, some more videos, and I said, okay, she, she's one of them. She, she enjoys it just as much as they do. So, um, now, would you say you're as crazy a rider as some of the other guys in New York?
No, not at all. I'm definitely more mild. I don't take as many risks. I would say
Okay.
the difference. I'm very cautious when it comes to things. I'm more on the cautious side. I mean, some people would call me crazy, but I myself on the more cautious side.
Who's crazier on the wheel, you or they?
Oh, he is. He is. He had a history of, he grew up in New York, so he had rollerblades, and all that. So he had a lot more experience navigating the streets than I am. So he's a lot more comfortable
Okay.
because it just builds up in you, just the way you view traffic and you know how to move in and out of it and such.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cause somebody here, where did I just see that? Somebody said, yeah, we've seen her eat a few lights. Who is that? Oh, of course, Vinny.
Okay.
No comment. No comment.
No comment. I mean,
I got you.
just cut that very specifically.
Leave it to Vinny to bring that up. um, okay. Here's somebody. I don't know about this. He says, when are we going to get a vendor that only caters to the EUC community? Uh, they got to make money too. So, I mean, I look at it, I don't think they have to only cater to us. As long as they're responsive to what we need, right? What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a balance, right? Because everyone has to eat at the end of the day. So, yeah, mm, you know, as long as you make things fair, that's what's important.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, and I think that because we have several different companies, um, different companies do different things. Different wheels or different companies are known for different things. So I think they cater even in themselves. So if we had one company that catered only to EUCs, still they still have a different style. So how would you pick which company only cater to us? I like the fact that InMotion does one kind of thing and Gotway does one kind of thing and King Song is like in the middle to me. Excuse me. So I like what we have going on. I really like the fact that I think it's been more responsive lately when it comes to what we want. Um, I think they're listening a lot more, so I'm happy. Um, so I mean, as far as the different companies are concerned, now that they brought that up, let me ask you this. Which one? S18 or V11? If you had to pick right now.
S18.
S18. Why would
Yeah.
you say that?
Okay. I guess it's pretty simple. I don't like the way it's going to seem very shallow, but it's something that's very important to me. And it's I just don't really like the style of the V11 aesthetically.
Okay.
And, you know, when you ride an EUC, because it's so small, it blends into you and your style,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yep.
It becomes part of your body. And I'm not going to put my body on something that I think looks a certain way. And I like the way it looks. So I'm rolling around on it.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair point, and honestly, I think it's up to the individual. So real talk. He says, "Who makes the best EUCs?" Now, that to me is debatable
That's
because
a little question.
yeah, it is. That's one of those questions. It's hard. Okay, the best EUCs are made by the company that you like the best, or the company that you like the way they make wheels the best. It's hard to say because if you want speed, Gotway is obviously the king. If you want quality, then King Song and In Motion, I think, make better quality wheels as far as the construction is concerned and their attention to detail and the options that they give you, all the lights and all the different things. So I think they give you the most. But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's all in what you're looking for. Because different companies are known for different things. I would say that, In Motion definitely has solid little wheels, but, they don't reach, the speeds that Gotway does.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, I appreciate the fact that you guys, I mean, people are asking that, but it really is. I think it's up to the person. Um, see, I'm not putting all those comments on there because that's all one sided there, Mister. Somebody said air wheel. Come on, you're killing me. You're killing me. Kamikaze Joe says King Song is so 2019. Come on.
It was.
So at any rate, I like honestly, I think we have more choices now than we ever have. And again, I've only been doing it a year, but in looking back, I'm looking at all the ones that were. It's like I was realizing when I got my V8 by In Motion, I was like, wow, I got a wheel now. And then I rode it, and I'm like, no, this ain't a wheel yet, because it was just not doing it. And then I got a Tesla, and I'm like, whoa, now we're talking. And I was, very impressed. And 16X has been doing me really well, and I'm very happy with it. And now the Monster, let me see here. You got my boys over there. It's it's made me very happy. So different wheels, having different wheels. I'm no Marty. I don't have Marty's extent of wheels, which I wish I did. Yeah. If you had it your way, how many wheels would you have?
One of each. So a ton, basically. Because I even want to try the little off-brand wheels.
Yeah.
Just to compare them, just to see, how they line up and how they actually ride. Just out of curiosity.
Okay. So somebody's got a question here, and he's asking, what are your thoughts on the new veteran wheel?
Ooh, that thing, I mean, it is a tank.
Tank?
Yeah, it's a tank. I think if they named it a Sherman.
Yeah.
Right. It's cool looking. It's really cool. I like the way it looks. It has good specs too.
I actually like the screen.
The screen's really nice. And I don't mind the fact that people are saying it's heavy. It's heavy for a reason. It's not like they're just putting bricks in there just to make it heavy.
Right.
So if you want those specs, you have to, take what's with it, and sometimes that's a little extra weight.
Right. Okay. So sticking with that, veteran or Monster Pro?
Monster Pro. I anyone who will listen, I've been telling I've wanted a bigger wheel for a while. Like the minute I found out about the monster, I was like, okay, 22, but does it come bigger? Is there a 26 out there? So I mean, 20, that's good enough. I'll take it.
So we got a 22-inch wheel. Now we got a
Mm-hmm.
24-inch wheel. She's saying she wants a 26-inch wheel.
Whatever it comes, I'll be here for it.
Well, okay, so how fast do you think would be comfortable for you then? Because you're on the King song now, and obviously you haven't been able to really go faster than 32, whatever. So if you had it your way, and now you do, because now you have a monster, what do you think? I can only say think because you haven't done it yet. What do you think you'll be traveling at?
I would say a good cruising speed, if you're just on a straightaway or, taking those long roads, I could see 30s, but mid, like just over that.
Okay.
Because, without the tilt back and everything, just chill in the mid 30s. That'd be nice.
Well, I can tell you, coming from a wheel that was held back at that 31 line, going to this is definitely like, wow. Because when you really like start leaning into it and tearing it up, and you don't realize how fast you're going so quickly, and then you're like, okay, I don't have anything to worry about because I can still go a lot faster. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a great feeling. Um,
I mean, no, I was talking to you about this the other day a little bit. Like,
mhm.
it doesn't necessarily take a lot of skill to go fast. All it takes is you can go fast pretty easily if you just lean forward or put your weight forward a little bit and you just zone out for a few seconds and
Yep,
easily there at a pretty high speed. So,
it's true. It's true. Oh, Afiz, yeah, Afiz was the Monster Pro, aka Godzilla. Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit. That is definitely the news of the day. It's funny that the veteran was the news, and that's all I kept hearing. And then this came out, and I'm like, wow. I'm not gonna lie, my jaw hit the floor. Um, Partially because I just bought a V3, and I was like, man. But I wouldn't want to wait for it because it's probably not going to be here for months, and I don't want to wait. So I'm glad I got my monster now so that I can ride.
yes, how I looked at it too.
Yeah. Okay, this is a question. Actually, we didn't talk about this. I meant to talk to you about this before, but he said, "Do you ever encounter other female riders?"
Not real often, no. I mean, most of my contact right now is through social media and talking with them that way. In person, not so much. I think I bumped elbows at NYEF, but that's about it
Oh,
in person. Hmm.
was that probably the most that you saw was there?
Yeah, definitely. Hmm.
Because I'll be honest, you're the only one that I see. Uh, excuse me, when it comes to especially in New York though, I was like, there's nobody else. And then I know V in Washington, I see her, but I really don't see a lot of women riding. And one thing I wanted to ask, if you're riding and you're going really fast, well, it's the same as with these guys, I guess, because you're so much lighter. So my question is, do you find it harder to really he's so do you find it harder for you to ride because you're lighter? Like does like compensating with the wind and stuff blowing you off? And I was gonna ask a couple other guys that because they're a lot lighter than me.
Well, I wouldn't know how it would be to ride heavier. So
No,
I
I
don't
mean
know,
light.
like,
Like I'm heavy, so I want to ask you because you're like at least half my weight. So is it harder for you when you're riding 31 miles an hour and you're flying and it's a windy day? I don't like I wouldn't know. Do you have issues with it feeling like it's gonna blow you off? That's my question.
um, yes. But I mean, sometimes you definitely feel the wind, especially like I remember coming across the bridges going to Manhattan, and those and out by the there's a long run by the Navy Yard that sometimes on a windy day I would get a gust or two, but not too much in general. So
Not enough that you really thought about it.
no, no.
Okay, okay. Let me see. Lower Manhattan, where you see the females who ride. Okay, Francisco. I was just gonna ask that to the group. He said, "My wife is learning, and we are in Lower Manhattan. Where can she meet other females who ride?" The thing is, we don't know. I mean, there's not a female riding group page or anything like that. Like, so as far as I know,
I have one.
okay, you started one.
Yeah, it's small, and quite honestly, I've been really bad about updating it. It's super active now, just because things have been crazy lately. But I do have a small Facebook group that
Okay.
in the future I will be trying to be more active in. So
Okay.
I out later with information about that if it's documented. So
Okay. Uh, so, oh yeah, okay. Somebody's saying that they're gonna they well, I don't even know. I guess I can't. I didn't see all the comments, so I ain't gonna repeat that. Um, so EVX. Somebody said, does your wife ride? Somebody said that in the comments. I don't know if that's true.
uh, EVX, I didn't know she was learning at one point. I think.
Yeah. Does anybody in the comments? Let me ask you that. Anybody in the comments know any other females that ride? Um, because I really haven't seen any other than somebody like you said teaching their wife to ride, and then I never saw him ride again.
I think there's another girl in Brooklyn who rides, and I think there's some floaters, some one wheels in Jersey. I've
Okay.
seen.
I honestly I see more one wheels than anything else because I had her on the show, Amanda. She's really good. She's one of the pioneers when it comes to that, and I see more women on those than I have on EUCs, which I thought was surprising.
Well, I know I do know a number of females who ride. It's just getting them all in one place because it's very scattered. Like one in one state, one in another. That's how it is more.
Oh, okay. Oh wait,
Having
somebody got injured. EVX is saying, "I hope she's okay." EVX. I don't know if that you were talking about your wife. Oh, and they said Tashawn's wife. She rides too. That's true. She's always with the guys. Um, but you don't. They're few and far between. Have you even ever been in the same place with her, Tashawn's wife?
I think she was yeah. I think at NYF.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I. Mhm.
Yeah. And that's
It was just passing though. Wave hello. It was because it was really crowded and such. So it's kind of.
yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, I can't ask her to speak for all women when it comes to EUCs in writing because she can only speak for herself. And especially after this conversation, you can tell that she doesn't even have a lot of interaction, probably as much as we do with other female writers. When you see them one or two here or there, and it's mostly counterparts to the writers, their wives or their girlfriends, teaching them to ride. And then, but I think uh, for you, it took on a whole new meaning because maybe Thane had the idea and got you into it, but I think you took it on and it became a life of its own because I definitely see you more than I see him.
Yeah, I think we just approach it in slightly different ways, and showing how we enjoy it is slightly different. But he'll have his own channel, and
Yeah,
he'll have his own, ride and flavor, and you'll be seeing that soon.
yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I think we're gonna see some new things because I mean I think honestly EUC's in itself is on the rise, and I foresee a lot more people getting into it. Um, and I say that in a positive thought because I'm hoping. Because if I could get more people around here, I definitely would. I'm always trying to stir it up and get people thinking about, oh, you should get one, and doesn't often happen. People always give me the same response. I'm not riding that. I'm gonna break my neck.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. It's They're always worried about getting hurt, and I'm like, well, when you start out, you're not doing what I'm doing. It's actually pretty, to learn. It's actually pretty safe. So
Mm-hmm. It's not until you start zipping fast and going in and out of traffic.
you can totally manage your own risk on it too. That's the thing. You can choose the level that you choose to ride at.
Yep. Okay, Jerry. I'm not sure if you're asking her, Jerry, because I so many comments are going so fast, I'm missing them. But he says, "What board did you get?"
Oh, what board? I got one from Inskate.
She got a board
A
from
hard long style.
Say it
So
again.
it's a mountain board style.
Okay. It's a mountain board from Skate, and it's got really big, giant wheels on it, and it's almost as tall as she is. If you saw her Instagram, I think it was Instagram you put it up on, or Facebook. Yeah, that's one huge board, and I kind of honestly, that's the one thing I haven't done. I haven't ridden a board yet, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm hoping to get one of those off-road boards. Okay, Jerry, he said he was asking her. Good. Jerry, do you have a board? um, let's see. Grandmaster Slide. Now he has a board. He says riding through traffic is the best part of riding PEVs. Yes and no. For me, I love riding in traffic, but I love riding off road. I am really impressed with riding off road when there's dirt bike trails and ups and downs, and sometimes they have in one of the parks here they have a bunch of stairs built into the dirt, so it's a drop but it's dirt and then a drop and dirt and then so riding through stuff like that to me is more exhilarating, or as exhilarating as riding in traffic. What about you, Kitty? What do you think?
I would say it's a different type of exhilaration because there's different obstacles that you're having to deal with. One is more terrain and one's more cars and dealing with a flow of traffic versus a tree stands still.
Right.
So it's just a different mindset and a different type of thinking.
Okay, that's true. And I guess, like I said, I just enjoy it as much. I don't think that I don't know. I don't think either one is better. I just know that they're like you just said. You said it perfectly. They're different. It's a different type of exhilaration. So he said he does his best riding when it's high stakes. I believe you. I've seen some of your riding. I believe you. You be putting in work.
One definitely makes you ride at a different skill level, I think, at least for me. But I do enjoy those long chill rides too. There's just the scenic cruises sometimes
Yep.
and the late night stuff. So
It's even better when you're cruising somewhere where it is very scenic and a beautiful place. Some of the places I've traveled, I really wish I had a wheel. When I went to Hawaii, I really wish I had a wheel. When I was in Switzerland, I really wish I had a wheel. And I'm hoping that's why another reason why I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more wheels and a lot more places to get them. So if we go somewhere, maybe we can rent a wheel while we're there. You know, because I haven't been able to travel with it. Although Tashawn gave me an idea that I didn't really think about. If you send your battery ahead of you, send it UPS or whatever, then you can bring your shell and your suitcase.
I've heard people doing that. I haven't done it myself, but I've heard that's a viable option. So
Yeah, and he said he's done it several times. Uh,
okay.
and yeah, and I was like, okay, you just proved it. Now I know it can be done. I'll probably do it. Although I don't know if I want to lug the monster everywhere, but maybe my 16X. I don't know.
Yeah, if even like a small 14-inch, I would do that with that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that M10-3 and see if I see how this big guy rides an M10-3, and then we'll see if I can carry that around. That'd be real easy because I think isn't the correct me if I'm wrong because I know a couple of guys are in the chat that would probably know. Is the M10-3 is it just under enough that you can travel with it? Is it that wheel that is small enough? No, it was a skateboard. I think there was one of the skateboards. I think had a low enough battery rating that you could bring it on the plane. But I would like to be able to bring my wheel. That's for sure. Jesse says the M10-3 is the best. Have you ever traveled with it, Jesse? um, You can put the clothes in the wheel and say it's a suitcase. Okay, okay, Jerry. Let me see. This is true. Scenic rides are great. Yeah, see, he says the same thing. Grandmaster Slide said. He said it's true that scenic rides are great. San Francisco is one of the most memorable group rides I've been on. Shout out to the Bay Eastgate. Okay. I would like to do one of those. Recently, I watched a video by V, and they when they went to Canada, and I've never been to Canada, and I thought it was a nice ride. They were at Niagara Falls, and then they were in Canada riding around, and I was like, wow, I would like to do that. I'd like to take the wheel everywhere, but I don't have the ability to do that yet. But it would be nice. It would be nice because every time I go somewhere nice, I'm looking around. I'm like, boy, would I really be able to experience this if I had a wheel with me? You know, I mean, I know you probably have the same thought, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's kind of why we're doing a little bit of the project. I didn't know if we're going to talk about it a lot, but we're currently working towards being able to permanently travel and have a little school bus van life thing going on with it in a few years and travel around and ride. That's the reason why, because there's nothing better than rolling up to a new location and exploring a city that way.
okay, okay. So you guys heard it first here. They're planning on doing some traveling and riding. They got a traveling setup, and they're gonna be able to go to different cities and ride. And I think for those of us that love this sport, I think that's a dream of all of ours to be able to just go city to city and just ride the city and really learn it on a wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So we look forward to seeing that from you. So let's see here. Some people answered my question, I think. Jesse said 99 watt hour is okay for TSA, but I think that what is the M103? Anybody know what the watt hour is on the M103? I actually didn't look it up yet. Excuse me. Um, oh, and James says no, you can't bring it on the plane. All right, thank you. And Jesse said mine is 400 watt hours, so I think that's an M103 he was talking about. So yeah, definitely too big. And then Jesse also said, oh, 512 watt hour. Let's see. Real question. Marty. Okay, I'm not gonna bring that up. Yeah. Uh, I try to keep this positive and not bring up anything that is too harsh. Um, oh, boosted. Yeah, they have a lower range. Yeah, so James is talking about your trip, and he's saying that's the life, and it would be, and yeah, and he also Jesse's like so jealous of the schoolie, your bus, um, and we okay. Grandmaster Slide said we come in DC. Yeah, I want to. So Grandmaster Slide, you gonna get a uni? Come on, man. I want to ride a wheel. You gonna get a uni? Come join the crew. Uni gang, uni gang.
It's growing. It's growing.
It is. It is growing. I honestly, oh, he, what he said? Nah. Come on, man. Listen, the one wheel crew that I talked to, they were saying the same thing, and people were asking me because I had them talking about it positively, and they're like, "Oh, you trying to convert them?" And I'm like, "It's not that I'm trying to convert them, but I think that everybody should try both. I think you should learn like not just both, but I want to ride. I rode a one wheel already with those guys, but I also want to ride a skateboard. I want to ride some of everything. Oh, soon. Kamikaze Joe says, when do we get footage of Cat and Thane on Monsters? Soon, soon, soon. Coming soon, right?
Yeah, soon, soon. As I said, we're trying to get a little bit longer ride up in the next week, so
Nope.
that get footage then.
All right. Um, let me see. He left. Okay, so Jesse said he's gonna do the van thing. Having a mobile HQ is the ultimate. It is. It is. And honestly, I just talked to Kat and Thane about that. And honestly, I was super jealous because thinking about that is like one of those things that like it's the ultimate. Um, but you have to be in a position to do that. And I wish I could leave and be able to do that. But maybe in a couple of years when I'm done working, I'll be retired and have a good space for me to be able to do that. Because I would. I love traveling. I've been sent all over the world, and in my assignments, and I want to go back and visit some of those places again with a wheel in hand, and I'm definitely gonna do that. So, let's see. All right, so we're gonna move on to another one. Let's see what else I had here. So what does the future of EUC look like to you? If it was up to Kat, you had the reins and the control. What would your futuristic EUC be?
Ooh, I don't know. I keep thinking of things, and then they come out with new wheels, and they're even better than I thought. So it's kind of I like to look at other people's suggestions, and they always think of things that I don't. But I think just increasing your speed, the power, all that. I think that going big is where it's at, obviously.
So do you agree with Jesse? The only thing missing is a cup holder?
I tell everyone that they need to have a holder installed.
You do have cup holders installed. They're called hands.
That's part of an EUC is that two.
That's it. Okay.
And two cup holders.
So Two Slice just jumped in. Two Slice, yes. We did talk about the Monster Pro Godzilla, aka. We were just talking about that. And yes, we're excited about it. And definitely Kat and Thane just got monsters. And I just got my monster. So we saw that and we're thinking, man, we would like to have that one instead. But we all agree that that's not going to be out for a couple months or so. And I can't wait. I had to get a monster now, so I'm already rolling with that. But I love that new monster, and I would definitely love to get one and ride one. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we'll see. Two Slices. He says that's his next wheel officially.
Definitely, and I think it'll be still good to have the smaller one around. You know, just as a different, smaller option that's still a little bit more portable.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly, it looks like a big MSX. Honestly, it looks like they molded it off of that shell, but I'm hoping that what I see, because the texture of it looks like it's carbon fiber, but then again, I believe it's probably just them doing the old okey doke, making you think it's carbon fiber.
Do you think it's just a paint job?
Yeah, well, yeah, not a paint job, but like the monster. When you look at the top, the structure of the monster looks like it's carbon fiber, but that's not carbon fiber. You know what I mean? It's a replicated carbon fiber pattern.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one thing that I could see in the future is more durable metal, a lot more use of metal shells.
There you go. Yeah. So, well, metal, I'm not sure if it would hold up well because then we might get hurt.
Maybe not solid, but definitely incorporated structurally more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping. Oh, actually, I was gonna open that and see if I can pull that up, but I probably should have pulled it up ahead of time. I want to pull up a picture of. Did I save it? I don't think I saved it to there. A picture of the new monster. And I don't know. No, I don't think I saved it here. So, but you guys have seen it, I'm sure already. That new monster is amazing. It's one of the things that has got the EUC world buzzing, and I'm sure we'll see Kat and Thane on them when they come out. Especially, well, you're not gonna. How long? What time frame do you have for getting your bus and things up and running? You guys have a time frame or an idea yet?
Not really.
Not really.
Honestly, yeah, virus and everything kind of pushed us back. a little bit, just construction wise, because we're also building the house and we didn't exactly, not being able to hire help and such. So we were looking at a year, but definitely I would say a year and a half is kind of.
No, before that.
Okay.
Dane says, no, that's too long. That's too long. Yeah.
What's going on? So for the bus, I would say probably within the next 5 months or so, 4 to 5 months, I could start building it. Right now, I'm currently building and renovating a house, so I could park the bus on the outside of the house and be able to have full electricity, all that, build it out, because it's going to take a little while. It's a really teched out bus with lots of deep batteries and solar panels and all that good shit to charge it.
I would say a year and a half from when we moved down here. That's why I was saying that, because we've been working on this for move down at the end of January.
February. Mm-hmm.
But
so yeah,
it's I know it's fluid though. I mean, I know you're gonna do it as soon as you can, because that is like one of the most exciting projects I've heard of.
Yeah.
Building always takes longer than you think, but it's coming.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I've been researching this for like 2 years before I even thought about really doing it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got another question here from EVX. He says, "Hey Kat, do you think you'll get into e-bikes or another PEV, or are you completely sold out on the uni only?"
So I'm definitely going to get a bike at some point. I've been looking at them hardcore for a couple weeks now. I mean, I got to have a trifecta, right? I got to have something with one wheel. I got that. Something with 4 wheels. I got that now. I got a board. So I need something with 2 wheels.
Hey, Thane, you got your hands full, buddy.
Who are you telling? No, man. She always sees something new, flashy.
That's good though. That's good. I mean, I can't blame her. She's no different than we are, because I see her saying that and I'm laughing, but I've thought that a long time ago. I'm like, I want all of it.
Yeah, we're getting a small supermoto motorcycle for the bus, so we can get around like the final mile. So if we're parking the bus further away and if we have to get on the highway, so we'll have that. But she's already looking to try to modify that into like an e-bike or something that we can get around on and carry around on the bus. So.
Well, you can have yours and then I'll have my e-bike.
I just want something if we can't charge that has gas, so we can still get around.
And then I'll jump on that with you.
And you jump on that.
If we get in that situation, but I want my own too.
Right.
I've also been looking at trikes, so who knows what the future holds.
She's been looking at everything. She's been looking at trikes, Onyxes. She's been looking at everything.
Electric rickshaws.
Electric rickshaws.
Everything. I'm telling you, if you can think of it, like, they have it.
No.
You just gotta know where to look.
A bunch of rickshaws.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hey, I actually agree with what she said about one of each on the bikes, because he's right. If you don't have juice and you need gas, you can run, but you gotta have an e-bike. You gotta have an e-bike.
Yeah. I mean, look at my name. I gotta change it. If not, I'm kidding. Rides. What am I gonna do?
Yeah. Killing me. There's so much room with the bus.
Hey, that's why I got a house. Just leave the bus.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere.
we can store it here.
Yeah. Fine.
There's a plan, apparently.
So, okay, EVX he's stirring more stuff, I think. He said that new monster is them trolling us. Some better specs, no redesign, not real upgrades. I don't think so, EVX. I think they're legit. I think they got some real stuff. That's those specs are amazing. And the look of it is amazing. So I'm hoping it's all that in a bag of chips.
I can't wait to see what it really looks like and all the specs.
Yeah, and it gets better. Obviously, it's just going to get better and better as we get closer. They'll show us more and more.
Doesn't matter. A bunch of wheels for a bunch of different, situations. So.
Yeah. Oh, Kamikaze Joe said there's an angry mob outside his apartment. Hey, stay inside, Joe. Stay inside.
Careful, man.
Yeah, right now the country's in turmoil and there's a lot going on. So, although we could probably get around through all that crowd, but we still got to be careful.
Yeah, luckily for us, there's not that much going on over here by us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's protests here, and I mean, those of you who know me, I got to deal with it, but it is what it
Yeah.
is. Um, Two Slice says, he said, I'm gonna put it up because we just messing with each other. He said you cannot listen to EVX. He don't work for Gotway. EVX, do you? No. So let's see. NYC is done. Oh yeah, he says he's glad he's not there right now, and I'm sure you guys are too. At least for this stuff, right?
I mean, it seems rough.
It seems since we left. I mean, when
Yeah.
we left, COVID kicked up, everything kicked up. We were going to do this. We couldn't have picked a better time, honestly. And the only reason why we did do it was so we could have the house and do the bus and fly. But yeah, I mean, we picked a perfect time to not be there.
You did. Like New York ended up being like the epicenter. I mean, it's like the biggest COVID spot, and then this with so many people together. I mean, obviously, all these protests are gonna get like bigger and bigger. So it's a good thing you guys got out of there when you did. I mean, hopefully it'll get. Say again.
I was like, that was all me.
Yeah,
I planned perfectly.
Oh yeah, you said we should go right now. Did you leave just as you released that COVID cloud?
You're the mastermind behind.
Yeah, we actually caught COVID back in the beginning of December, traveling, and brought it back to New York. So basically, she got me sick first. So yeah, you're looking at patient 0 for New York.
Oh, I knew it.
Straight up lying. This is a smear campaign.
Propaganda.
We're going to put a sign under patient 0 under one of her photos.
P0.
You're going to get them knocking on my door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, this is to me, it's a vehicle again for positivity and connection. So I appreciate you guys being here. Kat, you're a great sport. I appreciate you sharing your photos and your videos with us. Thane, I appreciate you being her other half to allow her to do some of the stuff that she does, because I know you couldn't. I know you couldn't. I know you couldn't. I think that you guys together complement each other, and I think that's why you guys are going to do really well, because you have positivity, you have creative energy, and you guys, a lot of positive thoughts, and I get great vibes from you guys. So I really appreciate you sharing yourselves with everybody and with me and with the crew here. And I know some of them already know you, so they're poking fun or whatever in the comments or whatever. But to me, I really appreciate it.
Yo, thank you, man. It means a lot, man. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for having her on, and thanks for letting me bomb it at the end.
Hey,
yeah.
Definitely. Yo, you got to get in there. I mean, you got the right shirt on, so I had to let you in. Yeah.
New York too, man.
That's it. So let me ask you a question before we round it out, before we end it. Let me ask you this. Is there anything that you want to share that you haven't shared yet? Is there anything you want to talk about that you haven't talked about yet? I just wouldn't want to close it out without giving you an opportunity to say whatever you feel you want to say. Anything? Anyone?
I think we've covered it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I would say this. I would say keep an eye on her account, my account. If you're following us, there's a lot of big news that's going to be coming out that we're kind of holding back for right now.
Okay.
But just keep watching our stuff, and you'll see some pretty cool stuff coming on.
Okay.
So keep following us. So we got some news coming out to the general public. Much of New York knows already, but the rest of the country will know soon.
All right. So live from Louisiana, the unstoppable pair of Kitty Rides and Thane. You guys, I appreciate it. Everybody, have a great evening. And guys, tune in next week, because we'll be talking to the one and only Marty Back will be here to share with us his experiences and all those wheels. The man got more wheels than I've ever seen ever. So we'll see. Yeah, stay tuned because maybe we'll see if he's got a name for all of them. We'll see. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, guys, continue to wear all your safety gear. Gear up, people. Gear up and be safe. All right. Peace.